Hey guys, what's up, collective soul tribe members? All y'all that rocking with me, what's going on? Today is Friday, August 15th, and the time is 12:31 p.m. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. You may not resonate with everyone's. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest. What else we got? That's it for now. That's it for now. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How's your day going? It's still early. Friday. Leo season. Y'all standing in your strength. Got your, you good. That's the good. Oh, so you're not moving away from something or what? What is this calm waters? Maybe you're not feeling like maybe things are feeling better. Things are better than when you first got on this journey. Maybe you had to release some things, detach from some things, deal with some emotional, whatever it was, right? You had to clear out some things out of your energy, out of your emotions, right? And maybe they may have been things that you were not expecting to have to do. You know what I mean? That's what the Six of Swords energy is like, giving up because you ain't got no more fighting you for it. You know what I mean? It's like either sink or swim. Like now, listen, Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's like, no longer putting anything in, putting any more energy into something, and then having to learn how to release it out of your own energy, out of your own spirit, over time. Of course, you got to work through those feelings and those emotions around it, right? That cycle, grieving, sadness, anger. You know what I'm saying? All that, all of it. Spirit, what's the message? And to keeping yourself grounded while dealing with it, right? Not allowing it to take you out, to bring any kind of imbalance into your life, right? Checking yourself, recognizing a situation for what it is. Eight of Wands, you know what I mean? Accepting it for what it is, feeling the emotions, but however you feel does not mean that you have to go out and do something and act on that. You ain't got to do that part. Feeling it is feeling it, and that's not petty. That's not a bitch move. Like having some time to yourself and crying and praying and going through those fucking emotions will help keep you from jumping into and doing a lot of silly shit that will hurt you in the end later because we didn't want to feel it, right? Come on, Spirit. Because we didn't give it any closure, and sometimes we have to give it to ourselves. We have to we have to go within. We have to go through all the emotions. We have to analyze and internalize and do what we got to do. Six of Swords in reverse. You ain't there no more. Sorry about that, guys. There could be a message coming in from someone that refused to let something go. Now, this is a whole nother energy. All right? And when I was saying about you guys, you don't feel you healed those parts, those emotions, you know what I'm saying? You process them, you work through them, you got alchemize them, you use them to power you, to fuel you, you know what I'm saying, to keep you going and keep your head up, and recognizing that, nobody's perfect. That's first and foremost. Nobody, right? Nobody. We recognize that, right? And people make mistakes, and we recognize that, as we do, right? But here's the hit. There comes a time when if people, if you want to change the dynamics of a relationship, and if you're the only one that wants to make it, to elevate it, to cut out some things that are harmful, that are painful, right? Abusive in a sense, right? Because we do it too, but that's how we know it's toxic, and we got to move because we're doing it too, right? We're battling with it, You ain't battling with it no more. You have acceptance around it. But there could be a message coming in from someone that has not. This is somebody that refuses to go through that process, okay? They ain't ready to let it go. They, they don't want to move on to calm waters and process it and deal with the emotions around it so that they can heal from it. See, Seven of Wands. This is somebody that could be has been attacking you. This could be verbal words. All right. This could be coming from multiple people. You may get these messages. All right, Page of Wands in reverse. Ooh, the devil. Ooh, child. You're somebody you stop dealing with. You're not making a new cycle with this person, right? I feel like this person also, whatever they did with the Page of Wands in reverse, it didn't go in their favor. It's not happening, right? They refuse to stop telling lies. Stop spreading untruths. Child, this is somebody that refused to let something go. And they've been attacking you, collective. Yes, they've been trying to attack your sacral chakra and your solar plexus. How you feel and what you do. They've been trying to affect that. Yeah, but I see you're at peace. And you see this person. You see this person. You feel their energy. You ain't even got it. You can feel them. All right? You can be very spiritual. Some of you guys could have dreads. You like to wear your dreads up and messy, I'm hearing. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. No longer investing. You stop investing in this person. You stop giving to this person. You stop allowing this person to use you as an option when they needed somewhere to go or some help. Listen there. Yeah, whatever they tried to do to cause you some kind of harm, back here you survived that shit. Yeah, Temperance, you were too balanced for this person. You balanced your energy out. You're very much so protected. You have a protection bubble around you. You could be somebody that's seen in the public as well, because this is giving me one of those globes. Yeah, somebody could have been trying to shake up your world. That's what I'm hearing, because you stopped investing in them. You was too strong for this person. You actually healed whatever it was that you had to heal. That you went through that cycle, but you didn't allow it to make you act out of character. You didn't allow it to make you. You absorbed it. You alchemized it. And it made you stronger for it, because when those darts, when those words, when those emotions, when those things happen, it's supposed to attack us, and it's supposed to trigger something, right? Just like if somebody will hit you, you feel the pain, right? But that's how words are with our emotions. The people can say things that hurt our feelings all the fucking time, right? And sometimes it could hit really deep, where somebody or something happened and it caused you a deep wound, and people can hit you there. You hear me? That's what they want to do. They want to hit you somewhere where you have deep wounds. Spirit ain't letting that happen. Listen, this is definitely somebody you had to balance your energy out with. This could have been a family member, a child, a sibling. Okay, somebody you've known since they were small, they were little. What's going on here, Spirit? Uh-oh. Yeah, somebody's been making a lot of investments too. Somebody's been spending a lot of money, exchanging money. Somebody's been paying someone. Yeah. Somebody's been paying someone. But because I see this too. But yeah, this is somebody also that is, they're upset because you stopped investing in them. You stopped giving to them. You stopped giving to this person. Yeah. And this person has been paying somebody, been giving somebody else money to do some work on you. And they are so confused. They are so confused that whatever they tried to do, it didn't work. Whatever they tried to do, it didn't work. We got the Three of Wands in reverse. Like, because somebody refused to let something go, now somebody could not have somewhere to go. Because with this Three of Wands, listen, the Seven of Swords, they tried to steal something. They tried to sabotage. They tried to sabotage your movement. Ooh-wee. Here go the Tower. Yes, and that's a Tower. They tried to sabotage your movement by doing Whatever they did, whatever they paid for, whether that was spell work or paid someone, take it how it resonates. They did, though, to come in and do something sneaky, deceptive. Yeah. Feathers are messages. You could be hearing crows. Let me see something, because this person got a backpack full of these black feathers. I want to know what's the spiritual meaning of crow feathers. We're going to find out what they did. What's the spiritual meaning of crow feathers? Transformation, intuition, balance, and a connection to the spirit. They sent somebody to attack your intuition. Yes, they did. So they did. This was spiritual work. Yeah. Yep. And it's coming back to somebody. Yes. Somebody, whoever did this, could be hearing a lot of crows as well. Somebody could have headaches. There's a tower here. Yeah, something is getting knocked down. There's a transformation here as well. The Chariot in reverse and the Hangman. Yeah, there's no forward movement here. Something was stopped. Something or someone was stopped in their tracks. Excuse me. The Hangman up. This card trying to fall out my hand. What's behind there? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Look at that. Ooh, and what's that behind that? Judgment. Somebody's under judgment. Somebody tried to cause an imbalance in someone's life. They didn't want somebody to be balanced. They didn't want somebody to have something. Judgment. What's this? The Chariot in reverse. There's something that's not going forward. Seven of Swords. And whoever this is that they sent in with this knife and this to sabotage somebody's intuition, to throw their balance off and their connection to spirit off. That's what somebody was trying to do. Okay, let me see something with Reddit. What they saying here. Because I see something about witchcraft. Crow and crow feather many. So I often have about 3-5 crows. Okay, that's not telling me nothing. Y'all tricked me. Okay. Well, they're saying crows are very much so connected to the spirit world, to the spiritual world. But check this out. You know what I found out? Now, crows, often seen as bad, right? But whatever their role is in this world, they're definitely needed, right? Because they're part of the ecosystem. But you know, an eagle is more powerful than a crow. Of course it is, because it's bigger, right? But let me tell you something. A crow is the only animal that will attack an eagle. They're the only animal that will attack, will literally engage with an eagle, like climb on their back and just start pecking at their neck while they're flying. They're the only ones, and you know what? Eagles don't fight back. They don't fight back. You know what they do? They fly higher. When they start to elevate, the crow can't breathe up there. And the higher they get, the crow falls off. How about that? So the higher you elevate, whatever this energy was, it fell off because of your elevation. You hear me? You started seeing things from a higher perspective. This person has been pecking at your neck, riding your back, attacking you, and you continue to elevate. And as you continue to elevate, this motherfucker has to fall off because they can't breathe up there. The altitude's too high. Thank you, Spirit. Listen, Nine of Pentacles in reverse in Judgment. Somebody could be losing a lot of finances. Somebody could be losing their stability, okay? Their ability to be stable. Somebody could be losing a business, something that they started, or this is what they wanted for you, collective. They wanted you to lose your business, I heard your food, your source of income. Listen, Judgment, yeah. They've been doing it, yes, sir. The Knight of Swords, this could be an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Somebody could ride a bike. Yep. This is somebody that's been doing witchcraft. Yep. This could be somebody that has been attacking you, definitely. Yeah, they have. They've been running behind you for a long time. I feel like somebody's been tracking you, following you. Look at this. Family. Ace of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. And what was this one? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be some work that you do. If you're spiritual, they've been attacking your work. I said some of you could be seen, around the world with the snow globe. You feeling me? Ooh, they run the King of Swords. I don't know why I picked up a father and son energy. Could be under judgment. Somebody's learned a lesson, though. Or somebody could be learning a lesson. They could understand why. Somebody could also be realizing that, what they've done and trying to, have learned some lessons. I'm just going to say that. We'll see how far that goes, because you can't really speak until you see what's next to it. Yeah, because something wasn't injustice. Something was not fair. Okay? Something was not fair. Somebody's under judgment. Judgment ain't going nowhere. You hear this? That's what I'm hearing. The judgment ain't going nowhere. Yep, because that was not right. Ooh, against the starseed. Somebody, they didn't heal something. Look. Somebody was unfair. Somebody refused to heal something or heal themselves. They were in a lower south node energy. That's where they were acting out of. They weren't trying to be fair. They didn't want to heal nothing. They didn't want to make nothing right. They didn't want to, they didn't want to do nothing. They wanted to stay in that dark ass fucking energy. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. They're under judgment. Look at this, the Hermit in reverse. Somebody refusing to learn the lessons, refusing to go within. This is somebody just will not listen. This is somebody that don't want to heal. They don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see the bright side of nothing. I don't want to see the silver lining. I don't want to. Because I'm not healed. And I'm still mad. Somebody's still mad. That's why this tower's here. This tower's here because somebody refused to hold themselves accountable. Somebody refused to go within instead of going without. Not just that, but somebody was projecting their emotions and how they felt, that pain. Somebody's like, I don't know why I heard metastasized. So something could be stuck to somebody. They could feel like that. The Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Look at that in reverse. Some of you guys could have felt abandoned, rejected, kicked out. Queen of Swords energy. Not worthy. I feel like somebody didn't want you to feel worthy. But I heard you came up out of that shit. You learned some hard lessons. You put your emotions in your pocket, nigga. You lock that shit up. You sit on your emotions, right? You use your wisdom now, the information you've already received and you stored, right? You see who people are, right? You could pull that sword at any moment and cut a bitch. Ooh, I heard cut a bitch, right? Or cut through somebody's bullshit. But see, you don't act out of your emotions because you learn better. That's how you got to bounce yourself up. You learn that the sword and the mouth and the tongue, right? There's power in the tongue. And if this is true, you want to speak life over yourself, right? And over others. But this is somebody that they didn't speak life over you, right? They didn't want you to feel worthy, accepted, like you belong, right? Like where you are. No, 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 no. That's not for you. That's for somebody else. You can't sit. Who the fuck are you talking about? Who are you talking? Listen, you ain't in that energy no more. You could be seeing somebody else unable to walk away from their emotions and put shit and release that shit. And this could be you also. You're not in the energy of having to release any emotions. You've done that. You got it in check. You emptied that cup out with anything that doesn't serve you. There it is, right there. You left it and you walked away from it. And your cup is closed right now. You're not emotionally, you're not attaching to anybody on the emotional level. You're walking into things with your wisdom, with your eyes open. You seeing red flags, yellow flags, all of that shit. You're flying higher now with the eagle. And now those crows, those naggers, those people that have been attacking you, sending all that negative energy, some of you guys could be getting back pain, neck pain, headaches, right? Because of somebody sending you negative energy, trying to fuck with your spirit, your third eye, your crown chakra, right? Yeah, they're trying to mess with your energy. That's all. They want to disrupt your energy. They want to knock you off balance. That's crazy. The Hermit, Judgment, Tower. And I feel like Spirit says somebody still ain't learning, even with this Tower coming in. What's this? There you go. Listen. Some of y'all on your way. Some of y'all on your way. We got the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, some of you guys could be moving, relocating. I see you've made a decision and you have surrendered. You're not, you're picking and choosing your battles. You're using your time wisely is what I'm hearing. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Somebody could want to collaborate with you. You could be moving for a job. You could be moving for a job. You could be collaborating with someone. It's like some of y'all getting like sitting, on the beach or somewhere and just, reflecting on where you had, how far you've come, right? How you overcame what you had to go through, and now you got this wide open sea, right? Like you can go and do anything you want because, things didn't go the way you thought they would, right? And you could have struggled with that. Of course, we would all do that with the Six of Swords. You know what I'm saying? Having to leave some things we don't want to, but it's not healthy for us. It's not helping us to elevate. It's keeping us stuck and in pain, right? And feeling less than we want to feel about ourselves because we know better. We know we're not as bad as people want to say we are, but we can't keep trying to prove that to people because they just don't have to accept it, and that can't be valid, baby. That ain't enough. That ain't enough for nobody to think because somebody else feels a way about you that it's true. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. You know what I mean? And those are the issues that we have to work through, right? Those are the issues when we no longer allow people, places, and things to validate us. We can lose things. People leave us. Places burn. You hear me? And what you gonna do? You have to move on. Look, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like somebody was supposed to give you something and they did not. And because they did not give you what they should have gave you, even if it was just a pentacle, you hear me? When they had enough, right? Or the fact that it was the intention. See, people ain't got to do nothing for us, right? That's not something that people, that's how you know you come from the heart. People ain't got to give you shit, especially if it ain't yours. You didn't help them, but but also, I lost that. Yeah, people don't have to help you to close the cycle. You close the cycle out. Sometimes we have to learn how to make better choices for ourselves. We have to learn, Ace of Pentacles. You get your blessings coming is here anyway, because sometimes when we lose things, it's coming back. As long as we're giving, right? those things that we lose are those things that needed to fall away, because either they were attached to someone that didn't have any good intentions for you, that God didn't feel like should be on his walk with you. Our blessings are never lost. You know, it's those little things that God does for us when he's moving us through something for us to see what people will do, right? It teaches you character. It teaches you, you get to see what people will do, you know what I'm saying, for money, out of jealousy, out of envy. You know, you get to see what people will do for money. That's what I keep hearing. That's really what people will do for money, for fame, for wealth, for a come up. I think that was something Spirit wanted you to learn. And I think all this energy, this negative stuff, it's because people know that you're somebody that deserved it, because you're somebody that pours into others. You poured into these people, or whoever this is. They took it for granted, because when you said, I can't pour in anymore because you're not pouring back, they got upset about that. Somebody felt entitled to your energy. Somebody did not want to release and heal and recognize that they toxic ass energy was no longer useful. You were outgrowing that shit. You were outgrowing that shit. And you were very much so worthy. Somebody didn't want you to move forward. Somebody didn't want you to be seen. Somebody tried to destroy you as you were trying to heal and grow and build yourself up. You know what I mean? Instead of them walking beside you, they tried to hold you back, and that's where you had to move away. You had to disconnect yourself. You had to disconnect yourself from possibly a whole town. You know, because when we have soul tribe members, soul family, those people are connected to everybody around us, right? Not just our family members, but our community, where we work, where we grew up, the people we went to school with, all of that shit, right? We got a King of Cups here. You cheated me. Tricky. Bye. Skip. Never mind it. There's a King of Cups here that's in their feelings. This could be a water sign. Somebody feels like they missed the boat. Somebody allowed you to sail away. Okay? They didn't get on the boat with you. Remember I said that? They didn't get on this boat with you. They played with you. They played with your emotions with the cup here. But they're deep in their emotions. Yeah. Somebody could have, look at the starfish. Yes, and the little fish, it look like a flounder. I don't know why I hear flounder. But yeah, somebody feels like they allowed something special. That's what I heard. Let's keep going here. What else is going on here? Yep, this cycle's closed. This cycle's complete. Somebody's under judgment. Somebody still refuses to take accountability. You know, there's something that's falling down around someone. Maybe they're in this a hangman kind of energy where now this tower is now somebody starting to put two and two together, you know. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Page of Pentacles. Somebody may have to start from scratch. Something about this pentacle here. A new beginning, closing a cycle, judgment. Ooh, the Magician. Ooh, what's going on here? On the bottom of the deck. Hidden, something hidden. Oh, cause that they paid for magic. Oh my God. Listen. Somebody, yes they did. Yes they did. And they've been doing it for a long time too. Somebody has lost a lot of money. Somebody has put out a lot of pentacles. Mm-hmm. To block somebody's sacral chakra and their solar plexus. I'm telling you, this is about how somebody loves and how somebody feels about themselves and how they treat other people. What's going on here? And somebody could also be realizing that they've been trying to keep something growing. Something's dead. It's like something dead and somebody keeps trying to invest in it in a way, but there's nothing there. Somebody wants something to start over again, a new somebody could look a new fucking cycle. Look at this shit. Child, please. The Emperor in reverse. Hard-headed ass. Spirit said a hard head make a soft ass. Somebody refusing to let go. Somebody that doesn't love themselves, they can't love you. This is somebody that won't, just realize that they are, acting out on some kind of trauma, some kind of hard, situation in life that they refuse to let go, and they have made a trail of, bad choices and toxic energy, and somebody has embraced the darkness, right? The dark side of themselves. And they're very jealous. This is a person that's jealous of anybody that's happy. You hear me? Ooh, look at that. Nine of Swords. They regret, man. Listen, the sun is coming out. It came out in reverse. Listen. The Hierophant in reverse. Somebody's falling. Somebody's falling. The Queen of Cups. The Two of Cups. Yeah, somebody is falling. The Ten of Swords, because they refuse to let something go. And they made a choice. Two of Cups is choices. This is what they are the ones that want to stay in this toxic, emotional energy. Could be dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The names. Hierophant in reverse. Taurus, Libra energy. Ten of Swords. Air energy again. This somebody's emotions are out of control. Yeah, listen. Wow, listen. Remember I told you somebody was trying to fuck with your solar plexus and your heart chakra. This is somebody that they played a lot of fucking games. They played a lot of illusions. They never really cared for you. You see them kicking that cup over when pigs fly. Yeah. And now they can't get out their feelings. Now this person feels rejected. Now this person feels like you're not going to want to be around them because of what they've done to you. The betrayal. This is somebody. They probably feel like you haven't let it go. You know what I'm saying? You haven't forgiven them for the betrayal. You still hold on to that energy. They could feel that way about you. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're in the Five of Cups energy. Now they don't feel fucking worthy. They don't feel loved. They feel rejected. They're unable to get their shit together. They're crying all the time. What's going on here, Spirit? What's this? Queen of Pentacles, and you minding your business. As you should. As you should. We got a King of Pentacles. Look at that. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Cups. This is definitely somebody from you. Because they was playing with magic. Somebody manifested this in their own life. Somebody could be losing a lot of money. Or have lost a lot. Somebody has lost their stability. Somebody could have an emotional imbalance. Somebody feels like you're not going to accept them. You close your heart off to them. I don't feel like you. Somebody could have come between you. Somebody could have backstabbed you with this King of Pentacles because he's facing the other way. Somebody could have with the Two of Cups in reverse. Somebody's wondering if you know about that. somebody knows you're not going to ever forgive them about them betraying you. This could have been your husband. This could have been somebody you had a relationship, because this is the King and the Queen of Pentacles. These are people that were both equally yoked in alignment with each other. Somebody betrayed you. Somebody tennis-soiled you with that. Somebody did some unethical shit. They crossed the lines. And they know that you will never forgive them for that shit. Listen, I can't fucking make it. I can't make it up. They know. This is somebody that's starting to get a look at that, all that magic that they sent out. Now they're starting to see themselves, a reflection of themselves. Who they are. How far will they go? Somebody told a lot of lies. Listen, caused a lot of heartbreak. Somebody, yes, they did. Yes, they did. The High Priestess in reverse. Eight of Cups, because they didn't want to let go. And now all they do is watch and spy on you. Try to see what you're doing. Try to see where there's a way they can attack you. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, they are. They're trying to find a way to attack you. Child, somebody need to grow up. What's going on here, Spirit? Chariot in reverse. 4 Cups in reverse. Regret. Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. The High Priestess in reverse. Somebody's been doing this for a long time. 8 of Cups, refusing to heal. Somebody's been holding on. Somebody's been paying a High Priestess. If they're not one themselves, the Chariot in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, the 4 Cups in reverse. It's somebody that would not let something fucking go. This is somebody that will not let something go. They would not. And they watch and spy on you to constantly fucking attack you. Wow. Look, Spirit. And what do they want to affect? Your heart chakra. Your love. Somebody don't feel loved, and somebody don't want you to feel loved either, because they feel trapped. Listen, there it is. Look at that shit. Somebody don't want you to have love, a choice. Look, they want, listen, somebody tried to cause an ending to your love life. Listen, they didn't want you to be protected. 9 of Swords in reverse. I think this is Spirit saying that all this, you're not going to have to keep protecting yourself from this person with the Fool in reverse, because somebody's making a move, right? 4 Wands. Let's see what's going on here. With this Devil, ooh, child. Somebody is toxic. Somebody's been paying it. Somebody's being ruled by some kind of spirit that's attached to them. Somebody has allowed their dark side to, there's somebody upside down for sure, for sure. This is somebody that literally could probably not even know right from wrong at this point, because they're so used to just doing what they want, how they want it, doing this shit. Yeah, somebody got well attached into this. Somebody's definitely being ruled by the devil. You hear me? Especially with the fact that, you know, that shit's coming back on them. Child. Somebody need to go clean themselves up, child. Better go pray, repent. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Refusing to let something go. Look at this shit. Ace of Wands in reverse. Intuition, no intuition. No foresight, no thought. This is somebody that's a liar. They lie a lot. This is somebody that carries a lot of burdens as well. This is somebody that carries a lot of burdens that they don't talk about. Yes, they do. 4 Pentacles. You ain't bothering nobody. Look. You ain't even got nobody. You ain't with nobody. You got options, but I feel like you're by yourself. You're the Empress energy. Listen, you working on that Ace of Pentacles. That's right. Somebody refuses to stop attacking you. What's going to be, Spirit? I'm going to close this out, y'all. We didn't even get to the other deck, but that's okay. Somebody refuses to stop attacking y'all. But I think this cycle, this is coming to an end for somebody. Yeah, this is definitely coming to somebody. Ooh, somebody could be screaming. Somebody is definitely going to be like, I hear You know that kind of energy, like, ooh, child. Let me see. Holding on to resentment is like taking a shit in your own heart. Ooh, wee, if this ain't on point, right? It's like taking a shit in your own heart. Look at this, man. This is how somebody feeling. Yeah, they broke their own heart. Yeah, it's that gross and pointless. Let that shit go. Look up a loving kindness meditation on the internet and do it. Focus on love. Focusing on love is like taking a baby wipe to your heart. Somebody need to go heal. Yeah, because they ain't doing that but hurting themselves trying to come at you. And, you know, the Most High ain't going to let this person, you know, all they're doing is destroying their own life, their own image, that whatever it is, because now it's starting to affect somebody on a mental level, I feel. Spirit says somebody may have to, you know, check in somewhere for a little bit to you know, try to pull themselves together because somebody really could. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's the message. I'll see y'all. This is